Welcome back, and I really do mean back, to another TFT Galaxy podcast. We're on episode 31. What is happening? Where we high press on the news, tactics, and the storylines surrounding the club we love, the LA Galaxy. We're back.
We are back.
Chris is back. I'm back. You're back. We appreciate it.
It feels nice to be back.
Yeah, if you're here, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for returning. Chris had some just things going on, and we had some crazy schedules going on.
Not even going to respond to that.
It was me.
Yeah.
It was me. Okay. But let's get right into it because we took a break for World Cup.
We did.
And then we came back and we're like, oh, we're going to start again. And then 4 games happened really fast. All kinds of stuff happened. That's why we're calling this episode What is Happening? Yeah. We got G's gone, G's coming in, games lost, games tied. What we don't have is a game won.
No.
But that's pretty much not a surprise. So where do you want to start? Let's walk us through, Chris. Who is no longer with the LA Galaxy?
Well, number one, the big one, he was sold for a record fee for the Galaxy of $12 million. Gabriel Peck was sold to Brazilian side Cruzeiro Esporte Clube. My Portuguese.
Perfect. No, that was perfect. That was perfect.
All right. Yeah, my Portuguese isn't the greatest, so hopefully that was close. But yeah, this one was a little bit of a shock because I didn't think it would happen mid-season. We've talked on many shows, especially beginning of the year, even before the season started, that someone might go, and more than likely Peck has been linked to more.
Yeah, I wasn't super surprised, really. I really wasn't when it happened. I think they've been looking to move him for a while now. Mm. And they were just waiting for the right offer to come in.
Yeah, at a $12 million fee, like we said, it was a record for the Galaxy to sell a player at that price.
What did we buy him for? 10?
I didn't see what the profit was.
Turned a profit on him, but maybe a little bit.
A little bit, but mostly net.
But even if you don't turn a profit, if you get to use a player for several years, win a title with them, and then get rid of them and break even if you broke even, that's a win.
Yeah. Yeah, so, we wish him all the best. I say that, it sucks because 20 minutes into his debut, a horrific injury. There was a tackle that came in, broken tibia. He's out for a while.
Yeah. Old news. We know that. You guys all know.
Yeah, you guys all know
it's old news, and it sucks. And Gabriel Peck is gone. He was our leading offensive threat this season. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much that's saying. Not much, but he did score some goals for us, and he was probably our best offensive player. And now he's gone.
Yeah.
And so that kind of hurts. Who else is gone?
If anybody has been listening to this show since the beginning, you guys will both know how big of how much admiration we both had for Mauricio Cuevas. He is no longer with the team. He was sold to Liga MX side Santos Laguna for an undisclosed transfer fee. That went down on July 1st.
I think it was rumored or maybe even released. It's a couple $1 million.
Okay, so not bad if you turn profit, but I still think I would have loved to see him be used.
He never really had a chance to get going, did he? Never. Which is, Chris, insane on a team that can't win for 2 years and you haven't been given a stretch of games.
Especially when we started this, he would come in and he would do something great and then he wouldn't get a game.
Yeah, well, and like we have said, people have been critical of him, and maybe rightfully so. He had some gaps in his game.
Yeah.
But you got to play to get rid of those, don't you?
Yes.
You can't be given a game here, a game there, a game here, a game there, and solidify whatever mistakes you're making on the field, And
expect to be perfect.
And what a good dude he was, too.
Yeah.
He was a good dude. Mm-hmm. He's gone. Who else? Surely that's everybody.
What if I told you it wasn't?
Oh.
The most recent departure, Edwin Cerrillo was sold to Liga MX Giants Club America. This happened just last week for an undisclosed fee. I don't know if that has been disclosed.
I think there was somewhere around $1 million. Not
that
much.
Seems very low for him,
but that's rumor. I don't know. I don't have any information. I think I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, that's So let's stop right there, because three pretty big pieces that would have been needed for a second half playoff push, in my opinion.
Three pretty big pieces, and I'm going to center myself here. I don't know what's going on, Chris, and I'm centered. Okay. But especially with Cerrillo and Cuevas, I think two pretty big like personalities and good locker room guys you got rid of.
Yes.
Right? Those two guys were good guys in the Galaxy. We were high on Cuevas. I think Cerrillo was my player of the year last year.
He was your player of the year last year.
I mean, it was a terrible year, but I love Cerrillo. Now, I will say he has not been good this year for the Galaxy. But who has?
That's
right.
That was literally going to be
right.
my response. Who has been good this year?
Who has? And so he hasn't been good. Sure. Now, this to me makes a little bit of sense. This might be the first time I look at the Galaxy front office right now since the triple Ps were first signed and things were rocking and rolling in the last 2 years. Or at least I can make sense of this, right? We've been bad. And to me, this signals the front office saying, we got to make changes. Like, whatever we got is not working. So in that sense, I think I can kind of see where they're coming from. We're like, okay, Cuevas, we're high on. Peck was great. Cerrillo has been a mainstay at the sixth position, but it's not working. So maybe it's time to make some wholesale changes and get rid of some pieces and see what we can do. From that perspective, it makes sense to me.
It does make sense when you look at it like that. You bring it up like that, and yes, I can agree with you on that. Also, my thing is, you look at who is still out through injury and everything. You say, it's been a while since we've had. We've had all the weapons available at one time, but Will Kuntz also has to deal with the transfer window. So, if you have to make decisions, you can't wait until everybody's back and then go, okay, now we need wholesale changes, because you can't make them.
Right.
So he's trying to do the best he can in the window that's given. And luckily for not only the Galaxy, but for all of MLS, this is the last time we're going to have a mid-season transfer window.
I think they'll still have it. It just won't be It's weird that this is the bigger transfer window than the beginning of the year. I think you'll still have. I'm guessing they'll have a January transfer window, right?
Yeah, but it'll fall. It'll still fall like.
And you could strengthen here or there, but it won't be what it has been typically in MLS, is where you're getting your star players.
Yes,
you're loading for the playoffs. It'll be more like tinkering with your lineup, which is good.
Well, so with that being said, okay. You look at that, and like you just mentioned, you can see where it's going. We need some wholesale changes.
Makes sense. Yep. Those moves make, especially if you're turning profit and you're like, okay, we're not working with a Peck. We get $12 million. Cuevas was a great player, a lot of upside. But hey, if someone's going to give us $2 million, maybe we go with that, because we need some more maybe experience. Maybe we don't have the time to play someone and get them through growing pains.
Yeah.
So it is also rumored, by the way, that. Our Japanese right back is also
Mickey Yamane might be.
Mickey Yamane might also be leaving at some point, and he could leave at any point if they terminate the contract. It doesn't. I don't think he has to wait for a window if he agrees.
Yeah, to a mutual
termination.
So, with that being said, I want to talk to you and say, okay, so with these wholesale changes, need to make a change. Who was brought in, or who does Will Kuntz think we need to bring in to make those changes to get on the up and up?
Here's the thing. So obviously all these departures, you're looking at bringing people in, and you were hoping the Galaxy were going to bring people in this transfer window, right? Everyone's hoping. You're watching the World Cup. You're seeing all these players. Everyone's transferring everywhere, and you're thinking, who could the Galaxy get? And I don't think that list was very long of potential big signings the Galaxy could actually get.
Well, can I be fully transparent right here with the sale of Gabriel Peck and getting a DP slot open, and with that happening on July 7th, the World Cup was still going on. My first thought was, there is no way Will Kuntz is going to do what I think he's going to do. and there was a little shimmer of hope.
Well, I think they probably tried to do what you think.
I really hope, but there was a little shimmer of hope. My fandom kind of went away for a second. I said, is Mo Salah going to become a G?
They must have tried. They must have tried. They must have tried.
For a second, I thought it was potentially going to happen.
It kind of. I know. I talked myself into
and
it a bit too.
And you know what? You know what was even great? Gabriel Peck wore the number 11.
Yeah.
Mo Salah wore number 11. Like, I tried to connect dots. I tried to put this all together. I'm like, is this going to align?
I think we were all expecting or hoping, I guess, for that jersey turn and to see like Mo Salah.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, okay.
All right. We can work with this.
Right. Okay, I see everything's lining up. I see what they're doing here. We didn't get Mo Salah for our DP.
Sadly, no.
Who did we get, Chris?
Oh my gosh. Well, did you ask for this?
I didn't ask for this.
I didn't ask for this.
No.
I didn't even see this as a possibility.
Oh, I think it was a possibility the whole time.
I didn't think so. I thought because of everything that surrounds this player in terms of every team he's been on since he left Europe, that it was just, we don't want to touch him with a 10-foot pole. But Will Kuntz said, why not? And on August 7th, it was announced that Irving Chucky Lozano was signed on loan from San Diego FC.
Chucky Lozano. Well, here's the only way this makes sense to me. This was plan D. And like plan A was Salah sorry. Let's be clear. Plan A was Casemiro.
Oh, we'll get to that.
And that fell through for various reasons. I'm sure people have seen, I could be in your camera a little bit. Yeah. For various reasons. Some out of the control of the galaxy. But I think they were like, okay, we're getting Casemiro. That's plan A. Fell through. Plan B, I got to believe it was like Mo Salah. Plan D, De Bruyne. Plan E, plan F, and then I got to believe they're sitting there going, we got a DP slot and no one will sign for us. We can't get anybody. And then they go, well, there's a guy down the street.
Would you say this was plan H?
Yeah, it's got to be. It's because they're not idiots, right? They know as soon as they announce this, they know everyone's going to be like, what the? No one asked for this.
No.
So I got to believe they were dealt what they were dealt. They got screwed on the Casemiro thing. They couldn't get one of the big players they wanted. San Diego probably knows we're in a tough spot. They call up and say, hey, we'll pay for all reports are saying they're paying more than half the salary.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting Lozano at a discount essentially. And you got no other options. And he's a winger. And you need a winger. Yeah. Now, what's concerning, like you said, is we get rid of Surreal, great guy. We get rid of Cuevas, great guy. And you get rid of Peck. I think he was well-liked by his teammates. A little bit of a chip on his shoulder on the field, and you bring in Lozano, that's a wild card, man. Right? That's got to be a wild card.
Oh, yeah, considering he was actively dismissed from the Mexican international side because of issues like that in the locker room.
I think he's clashed with coaches more than players, like teammates. And I will say Greg Vanney is a pretty good player manager. He's not like the dictator type that gets upset at players. I don't think. I'm not in the locker room, but so maybe Lozano is going to gel well with Greg Vanney, mainly because Greg Vanney won't call him out on anything and let him just do what he wants. But no one asked for this, man.
No.
This is not a good spot. Now, that's not to say that Lozano can't do something. In his last season with San Diego, even without the playoffs, he scored 11 goals, 9 assists or something. So he had a productive season.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he turns it around, but it is certainly a roll into the dice, right? It is certainly going all in and just hoping that Lozano can do something for you to get you into the playoffs.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work and we're not in the playoffs, well, I'll say it, but I don't believe it. Greg Vanney and Will Kuntz are not going to have jobs. I don't believe it, but that's what should happen because they're the ones doing it.
Are you kidding? They're going to both get 5-year extensions.
They might. How old is Chucky Lozano? I think he's 31. Is he 31?
He is 31, correct.
31.
Yes.
So
No,
I think he's 31.
I don't know.
I think he's 31.
Let me check. I'll check out.
So he's not in the prime of his career, hasn't been training, had some issues, was at one point probably the best Mexican player at one time, but something happened and he's got locker room issues. He's got family. You know what's bigger than soccer when he's got family issues too.
Yeah.
Him and his brother speaks out against him in the media. There's just a lot of baggage with him. And maybe he becomes a better person and maybe he turns a corner and that's what we're all hoping for, but no one asked for it.
No.
Who else did we sign? Because we had a lot of outgoings. We must have signed more people.
Well, so you're getting a 31-year-old winger
Right.
in Chucky Lozano.
Okay.
Okay, well, we gave up Cuevas, who was definitely on the younger side.
Yeah.
You gave up Cerrillo, who's not as young as Cuevas, but still on the younger side. So, you know what? Maybe we could get a young guy, bring him in, and maybe he could learn under Chucky Lozano and learn from these older guys, and you could bring him up and have him for a few years.
Yeah, I like what you're saying. This makes sense.
Okay, so we did sign another forward. Okay, this one, he has MLS experience. His name is Robert Taylor. He signed on a free. Yeah, he's not on the younger side.
Not on the other side, and he was actually released from Austin FC.
Yeah.
So they actually told him, you're no longer part of this team. So, okay.
So he's a 31-year-old.
Hey, Chris, maybe he turns it around for the Galaxy, huh? Maybe.
You know what? I will say, at least in the one game that we saw him play in the Chicago game or the FC Dallas game, I'm sorry, we're gonna get to it. He looked like a pretty good.
Yeah, he goes at people.
Yeah.
He could dribble a little bit. He
yeah.
could penetrate a little bit. I'm not too upset with it, but it's like one domino after another. So let's go to the next domino. Who else did we sign, Chris? So we got a 31-year-old winger and another 31-year-old winger.
Yep.
Okay.
So we decided to go after in the offseason João Klaus, a very proven MLS striker who is also on the older side. But you know what? He still got some good years in front of him. You think about it and you're like, well, yeah, but it would be really good to bring in another forward because we don't have another out and out forward. Be good. He could learn from him, depending on what type of forward he is. So Kyogo Furuhashi was signed for a fee of right around $1.3 million from Birmingham City. This was really good because he did play for Celtic in the Scottish Premier League. He's won the Golden Boot in Scotland. At one point, he was the Player of the Year.
Awesome. And I'm sure he did well at Birmingham then.
Not as well as he did in Scotland.
Oh. How many goals did he score at Birmingham last year?
You have that stat, don't you?
1. It was a really easy number to look up. So we signed a forward who basically failed the championship. But hey, Chris, listen. Maybe he turns it around for the Galaxy.
Maybe
This is the team he needs to turn everything around.
He's got youth on his side. Wait.
No,
I read that. I read that wrong. He's 31 years old.
Oh, we like the 31. 31 is the magic number.
Yeah.
If you're going to buy a Galaxy jersey, just go ahead and buy 31. You can support the entire team.
And that's not anybody's number. That's just the age of our entire roster.
Yeah, just get a greater than symbol 31 and you're supporting the entire team. And again, not to speak too ill of Kyogo, when he did play, he looked pretty good.
Oh yeah, he had he's a little firecracker.
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
That's the way
his touch was great. He was taking 40-yard balls out of the air and bringing them down. He was going at people. Yeah, he had a little good energy about him. Well, he's 31, so we probably only signed him for like 2 years though, because he's 31. Wait, let me look at my notes here. No. Wait. Oh, we signed him for 5 years.
Yeah.
So he's going to be 36 playing here. Why did we sign a 31-year-old for 5 years?
Well, you know what? I was looking. We were talking about this before we got in here, and I said, well, wait a second. didn't we sign Rob Keane at 31 and he was with the Galaxy for 5 years? Yes, that was the case, but Mr. Kyogo is not Robbie Keane.
No, he can't. Have you ever seen him do a roly-poly? I haven't.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So, hold on. Just a little tangent right there. The first time I saw Robbie Keane do that, of course, me in my youth, score a goal in training. And what's the first thing you do? Try that celebration.
Oh, yeah.
And what do? You miss the somersault, you hit
silly.
your head, and
This can't be hard. It's a roly-poly. I used to do these when I was 5.
Boink.
Okay, so we signed some 31-year-olds, right? But
it doesn't end there.
No, we're gonna bring someone in with some youth because right.
Well, we had a young central midfielder, and yes, we were linked to Casemiro, who's we all know he's not young.
He's not young.
We all know he's not young, but he has experience on his side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could get a younger guy who has experience on his side also. And, oh man, the midfielder we signed, he's played in big games. Experienced.
Yeah.
With a capital E.
Yeah.
Experience. He's played in Spain. He's played in the Champions League. He's played for the Spanish national team.
And last seen playing pickup in a park in Spain before signed by LA Galaxy.
To be fair, he was actually playing top flight soccer in Italy. To be fair.
So who is it?
34-year-old Sergio Roberto.
Okay. This can't be, right? We didn't get rid of everybody to bring 30-year-olds in. We did. Now I didn't do a deep dive on much of these guys. A little bit about Kyogo when he was first signed, and I was like, man, he lit up the Celtic Premier, or lit up for Celtic in the Scottish Premier League 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Failed at Birmingham. Okay, maybe he can rebound. We kind of know Robert Taylor from his time at Miami. He had some good games. Of course, he had a little guy named Messi playing the ball to him into perfect spaces. We all know Chucky Lozano and that storyline. And I was like, okay, Roberto, I mean, he was like kind of an unsung hero on that Barcelona team. I don't remember too much of him.
The biggest thing...
Let's look up some stats. I was like, let's look up some stats, okay? So I go to look up stats, and this is what concerns me. He started 5 matches last year for Como. 8 matches for Como the year before that. 10 matches for Barcelona 3 years ago. The guy hasn't played more or started more than 10 games in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, maybe this is like the experience that he's going to come in and he's going to play every minute. I don't know if this guy's capable. I mean, if you look at what he's doing at Como, 13 starts in the last 2 years, certainly to me says he's not an out-and-out starter game in, game out. So, I mean, what did he? He played 544 minutes last year.
Yeah.
Total.
That's...
Total. And 609. You have to go back to what years? I don't even know. Now I don't even know what I'm on. Pop-ups are happening. All kinds of stuff. I think the 30-year-old hacker group is getting me right now. You have to go back to, what is this? 2019, 2020 to see him start 27 times like a out and out. I'm playing ball, and
the first choice midfielder.
Right, 7 years ago, and since then it's been a pretty steady decline in minutes, except this year at Barcelona. He started 15 times and gave 13 minutes, but certainly the last 3 years, not great. So that doesn't instill me with a ton of confidence. Yes, I see his CV. Yes, I see where he's been. Yes, much respect to him and what he's achieved in his career. But he's at the end of it, clearly. And I don't know how much he can give the Galaxy. Again, I'm sitting here looking at this list and I'm thinking to myself, well, Chris, maybe he turns it around here. We signed 4 players that we're hoping are experienced and can turn it around.
Yeah.
But not only that, so you signed Kyogo, who's an out-and-out goal scorer, who's had success, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roberto was a captain of Barcelona at one point.
Yes.
And captain at Como, too, I think, at one point. So he's a leader.
Yeah.
You have Chucky Lozano, who is a pretty vocal type A personality. You bring all these guys in. You already have Marco Royce. You have Glesnes. We have a lot of type A personalities. Are all these guys going to, like this? This is a gamble of all gambles right here, man. This is like, let's get rid of all this. Let's bring in all this experience. And let's hope every one of these guys gets along. And let's hope every one of these guys turns their career around to get us somewhere. That's crazy.
And you know what the problem is in this is when you look at a lot of these personalities, like you said, a lot of type A's, they're all very vocal and everything. Those all work when you have someone who is more vocal than all of them and more type A than all of them.
You gotta have
managing.
You gotta have a leader you gotta have a manager that's willing to wrangle all this in, right?
Yeah, you look at something like this, and it's like, who you could do this? Jose Mourinho is very type A, right? Carlo Ancelotti, who is not type A at all, but he, they call him the Don because he's very suave and everything, but he walks in and everybody just gets quiet because they know that he's in charge. You have a guy like, if you go back to Alex Ferguson, who if you put a toe wrong, you were getting the hairdryer treatment.
You don't even have to go that far, Chris. You just got to go up Interstate 5 and find Bruce Arena, who's a type A personality coach.
There you go.
Who is pretty brusque and to the point with his players. You can kind of get the best out of these big guys when you toe that line, right? And you say it's my way or the highway. I don't care who you are. But Greg Vanney's not that coach.
We recently took a personality test for work, and I think Greg Vanney would have fallen into that type C.
Yeah.
Would he have fallen into that type C?
I think so. I think he's a player's coach. He's a player's coach. I bet you love to play for him. He's encouraging. He's a nice guy, right? He's genuine. And those sound like all great qualities, but they're not always great qualities in a coach, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes in a coach you need that hard line type A, I'm the king, you do what I say, we're not friends.
Yeah.
Right? You do need that sometimes. It depends on the team you're coaching. It brings you back to that Leicester team that won Premier League, right? That was very much man manager, and they had this Cinderella story going on. They just went on good vibes and good feelings, and they just got there. But you know what, Chris? They couldn't repeat that.
No.
And that's why it's the story, because it's not repeatable. That is so difficult to have those vibes, to have those good energy. You know who does win the Premier League? City,
Pep Guardiola.
Arsenal, Arteta, people who take over and say, buy Ozil, sorry, it's not working.
Yeah.
Buy Lacazette, it's not work. Like, just buy to my stars. It's my way, and you don't want to get on board. And Aubameyang, buy. You took too many steps too out of the way. You're gone, right? And so, it's hard to win being a man manager. It's great for assistant. An assistant coach that every player loves, awesome. But man, you gotta ruffle some feathers, right?
Yeah, and it's something I don't think Greg can do. I don't even think Greg wants to do it.
We don't have any evidence.
No, we don't. But this is just
but
purely opinion.
But it's not just purely opinion. I say that in both ways. We don't have any evidence, right? But we also don't have any evidence, Chris.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going.
You know what I mean? Like, we can't tell you it's not happening, but we can't tell you it is.
Yeah.
So you think you'd see something about it. You think you'd see Greg upset after games, and not upset at the press or the questions, but maybe upset at his players and not upset at the referees or the field or some call or the time of day or the travel or all these external things, which he does get upset about and grumbles about. You think he'd grumble about a player every now and then or do something. He doesn't do that. So there's no evidence that he does that.
No.
This is a gamble, gamble, and it might work out.
Yeah,
and it might. But it is a gamble. And I think when you gamble this hard, you're putting your job on the lines.
Well,
you got to be putting your job on the line with this gamble.
So bringing that up, I was just thinking, this is the type of gamble you make when you know your job is on the line.
Like,
and you go,
we've tried everything. This is our last ditch effort, right? Let's get a bunch of experience in here. Let's get a bunch of players who we know did it, and maybe they can mesh.
Yeah.
And maybe they can hold it together. We got Klaus coming back. I think Klaus will be a huge help coming back because I think Klaus is also a good dude and a hard worker, and he holds people accountable.
Yeah, that was
right?
going to be my next thing.
So-
is he's not afraid on the field to, if someone's not doing their job, he's not afraid to do something like that. He's also a big physical presence.
Just by example, right?
Yes.
It's hard when he's playing next to you and he's putting all that work in, then you're not, right? He's putting a shift in.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be a big help. But if this doesn't turn the Galaxy around and put us into playoff contention, solid playoff contention, and we start winning some games, you know what would be great? If we can go to a home game and win. I haven't seen the home record is atrocious.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, it's got to be their jobs. It has to be.
And like, like I mentioned, this is the type of gamble you make when you know your job is on the line. So I wonder if Will Kuntz is looking at this, and I wonder if he and Greg got in a room to make these decisions and said, well, at the end of this, we're getting fired unless something magical happens. So let's make these choices. Let's make these decisions, and it can really only go up. As one of those things, it's like, well, everything we've tried to this point hasn't worked. At this point, it's not looking good that we're going to be back. We're going to have jobs next year. So the only thing we can do is try this mad gamble. And if it works, then, hey, maybe we do have jobs here next year.
The problem is well, we got some camera issues. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hopefully those rectify themselves if you're watching.
Yeah.
We got a little delay, but you can still hear us. So it's all good. We're just frozen on the screen. But this is not just a gamble for now, though, because these guys have age on them. So you're gambling next year, too, unless you're going to be willing to get rid of some of these guys. Now, Lozano's on a year and a half, so he's here for this rest of this season and the sprint season. So you could get rid of him before we do the calendar shift.
Because he is technically on loan with a permanent trade option.
All right, sorry about that. We had some technical issues, but if you were watching on YouTube, you might have seen us frozen for a bit. Anyways, we were talking about the Galaxy and turning it around, and I wanted the away form for the Galaxy. We're 3-3-3 away.
So pretty average.
Yeah,
actually, bang on average.
We're 2-4-4 at home.
That's
atrocious. What team has a worse home record than an away record? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's wild.
And to me, that's definitely a disservice to the fans and the season ticket holders who are paying to go. I can watch you win more on TV
than if
if I give you my hard-earned cash and show up.
Yeah,
right.
We take the time and everything, and
now is some of that just the animosity of the crowd? Like, if you don't win and you're a Galaxy team, the crowd kind of turns on you a little bit. Do you think there's some of that, or do you think they're just not playing well at home?
I think it's a little bit of both. Low column A, low column B.
Because they have been booed off the pitch at least one time this year.
Yes, because I went to an away game earlier this season. I'm going to another one towards the end of the year, and the away, there weren't a lot of us in Atlanta, but you saw that there was just fight on the field, and it was.
But you know what? Like,
and it was there.
As a player and a coach, the pressure's off of you when you're away from home, right? The strategy changes. It goes from like, we got to push, we got to be on the front foot, we got to attack, to, hey, it's okay if we get away with a point here, right? It's an away game. Let's try to sneak one in. But when you come home now, it's not about, hey, let's get a point. Now it's about, we have to push here. We have to get a goal. We have to create those chances. We got to be on the front foot. And it seems like that's the part the Galaxy has been struggling with, right? Like, hey, if we could stay in a game, but they've had trouble taking charge of games at times.
Yeah.
And when they do take charge of games, because they have taken charge of games a couple times this year, they can't finish.
No, and we saw that in the Dallas game.
Most recently. So many chances. Yeah, can't finish.
And that's the one, and now if we start getting into the game that we've played 4 games since the World Cup break, 2 losses and 2 draws. Okay. But yeah, so we'll start on the most recent one, the FC Dallas game. It looked fantastic. It looked good. Finally, okay, it took us number one, it took us 3 games to knock the rust off.
And Yoshida was on the field.
Yes, he was. So the fact that, number one, it took us 3 games to knock the rust off to actually get us to look good. Okay. And yeah, we did everything but put the ball in the back of the net.
Well, that's an important part, isn't it?
That is the most important part, some would say.
And I would say there are times where Greg Vanney and the Galaxy and us have been let down by individual players, right?
I'd agree with that.
But that's the coach's job then to tell that player, listen, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I've had enough. Garces, I'm sorry. You're going to get one more shot, and if you can't figure it out, then you're gone. You're going to be training by yourself. You're hurting us. You're doing silly things on the field.
Mm-hmm.
We've had enough. I've had enough. The coach just say, I've had enough. This is your last chance. Okay? Nelson at the LA, we talked about this off the pod before, but Nelson has been horrible this season and last season, but particularly this season, torched against LAFC. Absolutely torched. He looked like, if I would have had a can of paint, I could have painted him a cone and everyone would have believed it.
Yeah.
They're just running circles around him,
Yeah,
dude.
he didn't have a good one in that game and hasn't really all the year.
Right. And I don't understand why Greg Vanney doesn't go, listen, I get it. If we're being competitive and you don't want to change too much, we've all been there, right? Like, John Nelson's not the best player, but hey, we're in 3rd place. So I don't know if I want to screw with it too much. Man, we're not winning. Why are we not trying Aude? Why are we not trying a Ventura player?
Yeah. And
Anybody from anywhere, we got a problem on the left here. Can someone solve it?
yeah, and you saw last game with in the Dallas game with Paintsel starting on one side, you had Robert Taylor starting on the other, and which means that the one that gets left out or has to move to a secondary position is Harbor Miller, and it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's not perfect. He's also young, but he's
very, very raw for sure.
That's the best way to explain it. And
But you know what? You know what we love? He fights, man.
yes,
He fights. He hustles. You can tell he cares. And I get it. That's not everything. A player could care and not have to run box to box like he's doing. But he is. He's putting the work in. It's very clear he cares. And I'm here for it. So why are we letting John Nelson stay on the field, pass every ball backwards, get overrun, misses tackles, can't head the ball, I don't think the guy can do almost nothing well this year.
you're right.
And it's just like, maybe Nelson needs a break. Why is Aude not starting?
Yeah, no Aude, no Yamane. And the Yamane thing, like we said, it could be because he's on his way out. So
Try something. There's guys at Ventura.
Yeah.
We have a guy in Ventura who's on the U23 national team. He's a center back. Hey, you want to get in the show? Can he play left back? Hack's left-footed, right? Is Hack left-footed?
I don't know.
I don't care, Chris. Put him on the left. Let's try it. Harbor Miller. Yeah, I play right back. Guess what you're playing today? Left back. Let's try it out.
Yeah. And he look and go, all right.
I don't understand getting let down by these players time and time again is crazy.
Yeah.
The Garces thing, and listen, we both loved Garces. Coming into this season, I said the MLS Cup winning season, he was my MVP in the final. I think he's the main reason
without
we won.
a doubt.
They gave it to Brugman, but I think he was their MVP. And I was so high, and I'm like, man, this guy's going to be good. He's making mistakes, but he's young. I think he's gone backwards.
Yeah.
He is just his decision. He got red carded on the 2 silliest things you can do, and just silly things. And
sent off against St. Louis in a 3-1 loss.
And doing stupid things, kicking the ball away. And this first yellow was like arguing with ref, or it was a late hit after the ball was. I forgot what the first yellow was, but it was silly too.
Yeah.
And he's done that before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to get a shirt that says "In Glesnes we trust" because I don't know who else is going to get us out of this except Glesnes. I don't have any hope in these transfer players. I hope it works out. There's going to be a lot of new personalities. Oh, and by the way, we've talked about this in previous podcasts, Chris. How are these guys going to manage? Because Greg Vanny's system is so complicated. That's what everyone tells us, right?
It's a very complex. It's very sophisticated.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the players.
Well,
can't.
how the hell are we going to bring in 4 transfers and play them all in this sophisticated system? So either this is the last ditch effort and we're going to simplify the system, or the system isn't that complicated. I think I know the answer to it. The system isn't that complicated, right? What do we say in soccer? We say KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That's like the number one thing you learn at all levels. Yeah. Stop overcomplicating the damn game. Keep it simple. Make a pass. Stay in your space. Work for each other.
Yeah.
Do your job. Do half of someone else's. Let's figure it out. It's not that complicated. But I just don't have a lot of, I don't know. It could all work.
It could.
And Greg Vanny and Will Kuntz could be saving their jobs right now. Or it could come crumbling down horribly.
They could. And so looking at these signings and where they fit tactically. Okay. So obviously with no out and out striker up until Kyogo was signed, and even the game where he made his debut, we've been playing that false 9, you know, Marco Reus as the point man, but he's not really a point man because he's supposed to come in, drop into that space, and it's supposed to leave gaps behind.
Problem is, no one's there to fill those gaps.
And it's supposed to do one of two things. Okay, it's supposed to draw out center backs to leave gaps behind. Okay, which I still don't understand on that point. That we know how fast Joseph Paintsel is. Joseph Paintsel knows how fast he is. So why the heck does he still insist on coming to check for the ball, get it with his back to goal?
Every time back to goal, he loses it.
So
75% of the time, 3 to 4.
And the guys, so my group of guys that I go to games with, and we sit in the riot squad and everything, and we constantly ask, we go, oh, here's Paintsel checking in for the ball again. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna start finding 2 people. One, I'm gonna find Paintsel anytime he comes and checks in for the ball and gets it with his back to goal. And then second, I'm gonna find the guy who passed it to him. Because Paintsel should be getting one type of ball and one type of ball only.
Well, it's okay. You know, the problem is he comes to check in, and what he should be doing is he should be on one touch there, right? Or don't play in the ball.
Yeah.
Check in, play it back to whoever passed to you, make a run.
Yeah.
But trying to control it and hold the guy off, and
that's not his game.
It's not his game.
No. And he also, you know, you see it a lot too. He'll get it and he'll get 1v1 with a guy, and he'll stop the ball. And he'll try, you know, he'll pick up his foot and he'll do that the Ronaldinho wiggle and everything. Dude,
not his game.
Guess what? You should have one move, and it's kick it to the corner and run by him.
Mm-hmm. He's not good with the ball.
He's really good when he does that though.
Yeah, he's fast.
Yeah.
So use it.
So, but and then the other thing is, you know, the second part was, if Marco Reus comes in and gets that ball with nobody on him, it should honestly be he's turning, and there should be 2 diagonal runs. One from the right winger, one from the left, and we didn't see that a whole lot.
That's the problem. He drops into that space, but there's no overlapping run. There's no underlapping run. There's nothing.
No.
Sanabria, Winder, Surreal, they're not filling that space in, which they could also be doing.
Yeah. So with that having been the system so far, you know, in you know, a little bit before the World Cup break, and now we've seen it in the 4 games since.
I don't think we'll see it again.
I really hope we don't, because with Kyogo being an out and out striker, it kind of gives Marco Reus that freedom now to sit back.
And Klaus coming back.
Yeah, Klaus coming back. You know who this system could be really good for and could really be a great catalyst in all this? It's Sergio Roberto, who's used to playing deeper, but who's used to getting balls and spraying them out wide. Okay.
Well, that's what they're hoping for.
And that would be perfect, especially if he can get it and if he can play those balls into the corners. It could be a Paintsel field day with accurate balls being played in, but we aren't going to know until we see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know where we were because we had technical issues again. But
Talking about how Sergio Roberto with
right.
Kyogo fitting in so that Marco Reus doesn't have to play that striker 9 role, and he can fit in there. Sergio Roberto being able to play longer, more.
I agree.
More penetrating.
My only
balls from
concern,
deep.
Chris, 5 starts last year for Sergio Roberto.
Yeah, and another one is, I don't know if this super complex, sophisticated system allows for long penetrating diagonal balls. So.
I don't know. I mean, you know what? I am kind of very interested. The Galaxy are going to line up with a lot of new players.
Yes.
So Kyogo's here. Chucky's here.
Yep.
Taylor's been here.
Yeah, we saw Taylor play.
I don't know if Roberto's here or not. So I don't know. But we play Saturday, 5:30. We're at FC Dallas.
We are at Houston.
Oh, sorry.
We are in Texas.
We're at Houston, 5:30 p.m. Apple TV. I'm kind of excited to see a couple new faces and maybe it's certainly going to be a different look. My question is, and I still don't think we have an answer on this. Where's Hack? Does any of this signal Hack is a center back or Hack's going to slide into the 6?
Because Yoshida played against Dallas,
and he played. I thought for sure Hack was going to drop into to center defense with Glesnes, and he didn't. He played the 6.
Yeah,
and I haven't been really too happy with him at the 6. Hasn't been terrible, but hasn't been great.
Also, I mean, he didn't have. Now, granted, I don't think you can say anybody had a good game, but we saw the Glesnes Hack pairing to start the LAFC game, and it.
Yeah, I mean, so
it didn't end well.
It's going to be interesting to see where Hack falls in all this.
Yeah,
are we looking at Roberto to play an 8 or a 6?
One of the two. He will play
one of the
deeper
two,
lying.
But is it going to be the 8 or the 6? And is Sanabria going to be shouldered with the 6? Because Sanabria, when he first came over, was kind of a 6.
Yes.
And we were hoping he would become like more of an 8. So now is Sanabria going to slot in at the 6 and Roberto will slot in at the 8? Are we going to ask Winder to play the 6?
I don't know.
Is Hack going to play the 6? So one of the questions for me is who's going to play that pivot position? Yeah. Does Yoshida find himself back in the starting lineup all of a sudden because I don't know. Maybe he's paying Garces like $1 million a year to get off the field.
Hey, just keep getting sent off so I can play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah. No, but thinking about that and thinking about a potential midfield that, if you had your quote unquote your best 3 midfielders play in a 3 central midfielder system, Hack would play that deeper lying one. Sergio Roberto
over Sanabria. Do you like Hack over Sanabria at that 6th position?
Yes.
Okay.
And
so you would go. You would go Royce, Roberto, Hack in that diamond 6, 8, 10. I guess it's not a diamond.
It's a triangle. Yes.
So you're going with Yoshida.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's what we're going to do too. I think we're going to see Glesnes, Yoshida, Nelson. I don't know why.
Harbor
Miller. It depends on how much the rumors are true about Yamane leaving. Because with that, I would whether Harbor Miller plays on the right or the left. You gotta have someone other than Nelson. I don't care what you think, because we know Nelson's starting.
That's the problem.
Okay, so I think it will be Yamane if he's staying. If he's leaving and it's close, it'll be Harbor Miller.
Okay.
Of course, we'll have Paintsel on one side. I think they go with Taylor on the other side for now. No, sorry. Chucky's going to start, right?
You think Chucky's going to start?
I think he's going to start.
Okay.
And then Kyogo up top.
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see it because it's different.
Yes, it is different.
It's different. We know Lozano can play. We know he can run that channel. He did it against the U.S. game in, game out. I mean,
he's done it for years.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. He can do it.
Yeah.
I was really happy and excited about what I saw from Kyogo. I don't know. Oh, I don't know if Roberto's here. I don't think Roberto starts.
So
Because he would be in preseason form anyways, coming in. So he's probably not fully fit, even if he's here. So I don't think you see.
So then do you do?
It'll be Sanabria, Hack, Royce in his traditional role.
All right.
But hey, it's different. I'm not a fan of Yoshida or Nelson being back there, and I think one of those two has at any point could give the goal away. And we all know if you've played or you've coached, we all know what that feels like when like a soft one goes in and you've been working and it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
And when you're the Galaxy and you're on a team like Galaxy, even you can't control it. You think, here we go again.
Yeah.
Here we go again. And it just deflates the whole team. So they're both capable of doing that at any time, which concerns me, but we'll see. So that's Saturday, 5:30, Apple TV.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be watching it with bated breath.
Still looking for our first win on this side of the World Cup break. But look, I was looking at the table and sitting on 22 points, a win gets you up into a playoff spot, right? A win will take you up into 8th. It said, let me see this again. All right, sitting on 22 points in 12th, right? And a 3-point win would take you to 8th.
All right, let's get it.
into the playoff spot.
I think we're having technical issues again, so we're going to call it right here.
Yeah.
We got a good one in. We'll have to fix some of these technical issues. We're back.
We are back.
Of course, we have issues. So
we're back talking about the Galaxy.
If you've listened
just like the Galaxy
and you've joined us, thanks for coming back. We appreciate it. And we'll see you guys all later. Watch that game, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Awesome. See you guys.
See you guys.